and welcome to Tech Legal. This channel is aimed at providing education in relation to intellectual property transactions. It is aimed at new developers, people that work with licensing, and average consumers. This is the first video in a series about intellectual property licensing. The topic of this video is the license bargain. In this video, you'll learn about core concepts underpinning an intellectual property license. So let us begin. What is the license bargain? Well, all agreements involve a bargain. The law protects bargains made between people under contract. In a bargain, one party gives over obligations or resources in exchange for something from the other party. The license bargain is the very core of every intellectual property license. It is the transaction between the licensor and the licensee that allows the licensor to extract fees and obligations from the licensee. Let's take software as an example. Software licenses are all around us. We agree to them all the time when we're using software applications. They can sometimes come with a hefty price tag or onerous conditions. So what is it that the software owner is giving over in exchange for your money and obligations? The answer is a license. But what is a license? In order to answer that, we need to introduce the concept of intellectual property. There are many types of intellectual property. For our example of a software license, we are mostly talking about copyright, in particular, copyright in computer code. Most jurisdictions around the world recognize copyright. As a result of international treaties, copyright is fairly consistent around the world. So what is copyright? Copyright is a legal set of rights around new and creative works. Technically, it is a public law grant of rights to give authors power over their works and to prevent free riders from making profit from an author's artistic and creative talent. In doing so, the purpose of copyright is to maximize the dynamic efficiency of society as a whole. Copyright can be broadly defined as transferable, temporary legal rights which vest in an author or assignee of original literary, artistic or other works and subject matter to exclude all other people from performing certain actions in relation to the works in which the copyright subsists. Now there's a lot in that definition, so like all legal concepts, there is some benefit to breaking it down into its constituent parts. Here, the essential elements that included in copyright involves an author or assignee, works or subject matter, the exclusion of others, certain actions, and a limited period of time. So let's use our software example to see how copyright appears in the real world. Take a humble computer programmer. They write some new computer code. The source code and its compiled counterpart are both works which are protected under copyright law. At that point, the computer programmer, or their employer, can stop anyone else from free riding on the works and doing the protected actions in the work, like reproducing it or making a further adaptation. On a technical point, every time a person puts the programmer's code onto their own computer, they are making a copy. So what happens to a free rider if they make a copy without the copyright owner's consent? Well, the copyright owner can complain about the free rider to the courts through an action of copyright infringement. If proven, the courts can order the free rider to stop infringing and pay damages or any profits the free rider has made. So this is a good time to go back to our original question. What is the license bargain? The answer is simple. The computer programmer wants to make money out of his hard work and not sue all the people that use his computer program, so the computer programmer may offer a bargain. If the consumer agrees to the terms and conditions put forward by the programmer, then he won't sue them for making a copy of his works on their computers. This is the license bargain. The copyright owner of the software uses their exclusive rights and offers permission to consumers. If the consumers want to use the copyrighted materials, then they must agree to terms and conditions with the copyright owner. This same transactional relationship, or license bargain, influences all intellectual property licenses. But as we will see, People have used the license bargain in many strange and new ways. The license bargain is also being challenged by new technologies. In the next video, we will examine the anatomy of an intellectual property license grant, which sits at the core of the license bargain. And using that knowledge, we will then examine open source licensing and copyleft issues, as well as artificial intelligence. If you want to explore a particular topic in the field of law or in technology law more, feel free to send us a message. And if this video has been helpful to you, please like and subscribe.